Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So here I am writing. I made a mistake in this tray earlier, and I just wrote it down. I'm writing it down as I make mistakes, so I could go over everything later. So here about 6:39 in the 10-second chart, I saw a spike of volume and price increase that it seemed to be a reversal. But clearly, I usually follow the MACD just to have an idea what the trend of the market is. And the trend was going downward. And I entered this real quick trade and I exited. You can see here at 6:39. Although it was quick, it was still, it's a matter of 10 seconds. Well, 15 seconds. 6:39, 4 seconds, and then exit at 19 seconds. That was enough to lose $5, $7. So that's a huge mistake, I believe. And I'm writing them down as I go, just to make sure that I don't forget and I could go back later and review everything. So, bear with me, I'm writing everything down. But writing it down in real time, not only you ensure to follow your rules, I ensure to follow my rules. I also make sure that I'm not forgetting for later time, for later. So, especially as I'm getting old, my memory tends to disappear. So, nah. Just give me a few minutes. I gotta write everything down that I've done so far this morning. It's just one stock I traded, VIOT, and I just have to write down the mistake. All right, let me see NUEP. It looks like it's popping up in the scanner. Might be some news. Let me double check. All right. Well, I think I need to take care of this real quick. NUEP. Let me look at the news. Oh man. Okay. So what's the news today? Is it just continuation from it was down 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, I'll be very careful. I'm not gonna. First of all, the volume doesn't meet the criteria. Neither did VIOT. but I still did trade it. That's the thing about pre-market, the volume tends to be, for the most part, very low. So it's easier to get flush. House cleaning, flush. All right. So we'll take our time. Let me just cover the mistakes I made earlier on VIOT. Just have to write it down here. First trade. Let me look at NUEP real quick. Small amount of shares. Just very small percentage. Here. Oh, didn't go through? Oh, it did now. Okay. Immediately, if it goes against me, I'm selling 75%, which I just did. Okay, it was kind of fast. Get that? But if I go in and it goes against me, I just got in at the wrong time. I'm exiting immediately. Okay, I back in. Okay, exited. Back in again real quick. Okay, I'm gonna give you some room here. Okay. That's too much room. That was way too much room. I should have never allowed it to drop back on me about $31. That's a mistake that I have to write down. Time is 7:03. I'm gonna leave those 19 shares there for a little bit. If it crosses down below this line here, the 535 mark, I'm definitely selling it. So, anyways, here we are. It's getting close to the mark. There's no hesitation. Sold it. Well, clearly I held it too long there. Now, this is regular equities. Good morning. Equities, regular stock market, US, New York stock or NASDAQ. When it comes to the shares, I'm dynamically buying incrementally. Usually going with a small size, and I'll increase as it goes in my favor. Okay. Okay. Definitely not a good trade. But it's a small amount to pay tuition. You know what I mean? Like, I buy in with a small amount just to test the water type of thing. If the stock goes in my favor immediately with a small amount, as I gain profit, I use that to buy more. And my stop loss continues to increase. Obviously, pre-market is not stop loss, but in the regular market session, there will be, right? So as I increase my position, the stop loss follows along. Like that, if it turns against me, I still walk away with some profit. In pre-market, I have to manually do it, but it's the same theory. I go in with a small size. As it increases, then I'll buy more into it, and I keep in mind what the stop loss is because the screen tells me, and I just, make sure I sell it. Okay, you enjoy trading futures? Is that something you like doing? Futures? I'm writing down a couple of mistakes I made here as I'm talking to you. So my apologies if I'm not looking straight into the camera. What was my first trade here in NUPEP? 7:02 in the morning. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Still learning. Awesome. How is it going? What's your strategy like? Okay, so seems like we're on the backside now of the trade. So for me I'm not in the trade, but of the movement of the stock, because it went up, right? Then back down. So this is the backside. One of my rules, I cannot trade the backside. I did trade here, so that's a huge mistake on my part. So I'm writing that down. And if you notice, that is exactly why I lost $7, $14, $37 in total. I bought it here, and I gave it too much room on the downside. Immediately, the moment it should have gone below this candle right here, I should have sold it immediately right here. And that's it, and ignore the rest. I didn't do that, so that's a huge mistake. by writing it down and reviewing it immediately in real time, if time permits, I can't forget, and it's something's gonna stay with me like the whole morning to make sure that I don't do it again. But that's one of my rules. I cannot trade the backside. And you do this to make sure that you have control of your emotions at all times, and you could do this as mechanically as possible within your confine of your rules. You know what I mean? So, oh, you follow the trend? Okay. So I'm very similar in equities here. I just breaking news momentum. That's what I just, I try to go with a choo-choo train, as it climbs up. So usually when the MACD goes down, showing that there is the backside of the move, since it's already the backside, you might see signs of a reversal, and that depends on the volume and the price increase. So, got to be cognizant. I have to be cognizant of it and just keep an eye on it. Yeah, you see, so no sign of reversal, just continuing down. And let me ask you, how do you find the trend when it comes to futures? Okay, that's a big volume and price increase. So I'm going with a small size. So it's going in my favor. It went against me. I sold 75%. If it goes below my stop loss mark, I'm selling it, the whole thing. Okay, I'm out. We'll do it again. Sold 75%. My stop loss is a 568. If it gets there, I'm out. Out. Nice. Okay, so it's also 75%. Oh, my platform just messed up. Okay, so 75%. I'll add more if it goes above my entry. If it goes below the prior candle, I'm out. All right, no hesitation, out. The backside again. It's very choppy. Let me put this book here. I mean, if it breaks above 6, I'll add more. Until then, I'm just holding it right now. I'm about to sell it anyways to take some profit out of it before it hits 554. Okay, I took it out just before that. Okay, I'm in. Just waiting to see if it breaks 6. So it touched 583 and it went right back. This is hard to borrow, so shouldn't be that many shorts. I mean, in comparison to when it's not hard to borrow, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, just waiting. Okay, back to 80. It did touch 80 something for a split of a second. So I'm just waiting for the 6. If it breaks 6. The highest this pre-market has been 618 on this. So just waiting. So every time it gets into like the low 80s, 580s, it flushes right back into 570s, 560s. We'll see when it gets the momentum. If it gets the momentum to go above 6. Okay, here. Let's see if it sustains above 6. No, back down to 590s. So maybe now. Okay. Went down to about 581, 582, and then back up to 590. I mean, psychologically, 6 o'clock, I mean, 6 o'clock, $6 might trigger some buyers to move in. So that's why I was waiting for the, I mean, 6 o'clock. I keep saying 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. $6 window. Okay, so it's not sustaining above 6. It's in the 590 window. Now my next phase will be about 650. If it makes it to 650 and it breaks above 650, I'm adding more. But I have to wait until then. All right, it went all the way to 620, almost 618, 619. Okay. Let's see if it can sustain the price level. Okay, went flush right back into 592. Well, I do have to take some profit, so I sold 75%. can just let it flush on me and not get paid. Need to get paid something for my efforts, my time. Something is worth something, right? So now that we're back into the 580s, I just wait. Just have to wait until it can go above 6 and sustain that price level. If it gets anywhere near 550, then I'll declare a loss and I'm out. Now my D went under, so appears to be the backside now. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell 75%. Although it looks like it's climbing back up slowly. The sunrise yet? Yeah, almost. All right, sold 75%. Just gonna leave 8 shares, see if it goes back up. Gotta finish my documenting my mistakes here earlier. I said at 550 I'll be out, so I'm just, it looks like my hit 550. I'm out. That's it. It's a loss. Cannot think about it anymore. It's gone. Bye-bye. You took 59 bucks. It's all right. Well, that was an example of scaling into the trade. Only on the certain points, I will add more. If you notice, I go in with a small size only. And I'll let the market tell me whether my speculation that it's going to go up was right. If it tells me it's wrong, I'm not arguing with it. I'm not fighting it. It's just wrong. Wrong time. Get out. And 40 bucks, 50 bucks, it's just a small amount of money. Just to wait for the right trade one day. So for now, we just wait, for the right trade. All right, keeping the book there to make sure that it's all ready. INDO? No, absolutely not. Doesn't meet the volume criteria for me. Just wait. This whole point in the game is just waiting. It's boring in that sense because you just have to wait. Yeah, so that was an example of how I scale into a trade. It's just the first phase is just a small amount of shares, testing the market. The reason why is, excuse me. What is the reason? What is the reason? I keep saying why. What is the reason you buy a stock? I mean, why do you get into a stock trade? Right? Because in your mind, you're thinking, if you're going to go long, you're thinking, this is the time for me to buy in because I'm going to get profits out of it. It's common sense, right? Okay, well, that's what is called a speculation, right? That's what you think is going to work for you. But nobody knows what the future is. I mean, nobody can tell you what's going to happen in the stock market, right? So you could buy in right now, in 2 seconds, the entire thing could go flush down and you lose your money, right? If you don't have a stop loss, good luck, right? So think about it. Use your brain. Use your intelligence, all right? If your speculation is the trade is going to go positive on me, I'm going to make money on it, right? The moment you buy in and you find out that your speculation, your reason is wrong, well, why you stay in it? The market is telling you you're wrong. Get out. You know what I mean? So by using a small amount of shares, a very small percentage of the account, I mean, very tiny. Okay? I'm able, is that my dog? Anyways, a small amount of shares allows me to test my speculation in the market. You understand? By buying a small amount, I'm able to tell whether I'm going to make profits immediately or it's going to go against me immediately. Okay? And if it goes against me immediately and somehow my stop loss is not triggered or I fail to lose it immediately, to cut it off, well, the damage is very tiny. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be out of the business. However, if I go in my entry level, my entry side is huge and it goes against me, I'm destroyed emotionally and everything else, right? So that's the key for me. I go in with a small amount of shares, and as it climbs up, as it shows me, as the market shows me that I'm right, that my speculation was correct, then I'll pile up more and more and more and more and more until the market tells me enough, and then sell it immediately. So that's my theory on doing it. Now, do we all make mistakes? Of course, yeah. Like the other day, I bought a stock there. I think I left it with a stop loss. I had a family urgency. I just left everything and left. 3 hours later, I come back. That thing was like, it tanked. I'm like, oops. I completely forgot about it. It's just like whatever, So that happens. But for the most part, I gotta stick to the rules. So Clearly NEUP is on the backside now. So I just have to wait until the right moment comes in. All right, so we're down 40. Let's look at the account P&L. You see, it's a small account challenge. A new one. We just started. Okay. So we see how far we can take it by following the rules very strictly. Okay. So in pre-market, I was up $18. Then I stupidly tried. No, not stupidly. I mean, I believe I did the right way of trading. I only made one mistake down here, trading this part right here. But again, I held only a small amount. Okay. All right, so we're just waiting. I'm looking at the scanners here. I don't see anything else coming up. We'll wait until 8 o'clock, the news at 8 o'clock, and see if some breaking news comes out where I could jump into something that gives me something. Again, small amount of shares. I mean, I could use $18,000 buying power, right? Or 17,000 buying power. So I'm only using a small amount. If you do the math, 55 shares of $5, it's just $2,500. All right, so this might seem like a reversal. Let me see the volume. 76,000 increasing. Okay. So let's test it out with a small amount. Okay, here. Entry is 537. I'm looking at the bid and the ask. If it goes below 530, 535 around there, I'm selling 75%. But it's still maintaining within a penny. Okay, I sold 75%. And that was fast. And even then it cost me $3. Did you see that? Now, if it goes below, my stop loss is 517. You can see it here, 517 on the top left. But you could also hear on the chart, this arrow down here facing down, 517. That's the stop loss. So since pre-market stop loss do not work, I'm looking at it. And the moment it hits that, I'm out. I'm the stop loss. I'm my own stop loss right here. Sometimes I just do it sooner depending on the volume and the price. But I could see the volume spiking back up. So that's why I didn't sell it immediately. I'm just waiting. But, oh man, I was looking at the other chart and this thing just flushed on me. That's my bad. But by having only a small amount of shares, that was only $5. If I would have had like, thousands of shares, I would have been destroyed. So it's a small price to pay just to see what if I was correct. I was thinking here, this candle was up here. Remember, it went green all the way. Let me zoom in. When I first bought in here, this whole thing was green. Remember that? You could go back on the video and see it. It was climbing back up. It was right around here. So my speculation was, well, it looks like it's reversing because the volume is increasing. I even look at the volume and it was 71,000. Now it made it all the way to 150,000, 151,000. So in my mind, in real time, I'm thinking, well, it looks like a reversal. My speculation, my educated guess was based on experiences like, well, this might be a reversal. If I jump in right here, I might be able to write it up. But what happens when I bought in here? It went below. Here it looks smaller, but here it looks larger, of course. And I immediately sold 75%. I even said, well, I'm selling 75% because it went against me. Next thing you know, it flushes right back down while I'm looking at the 10-second chart. So I sold immediately when I saw it in real time. But by having sold 75% of the shares here, well, it was only a $5 difference. You see that? So Look, I'm looking at this candle here, but I don't see massive volume, massive power, and I need power, power, power. This is not massive. So, it's a struggling thing there. What is that? Is that even a candle? I don't know why. I don't know. It's 32,000 shares. It's not massive. I need power. That's not power. So I'll wait. But you see, dynamically, how I do it is I buy in small amount. The moment the price goes against me, my speculation is wrong. The market is telling me, hey, fool, you're wrong. You thought you could buy in and make profits immediately. You are off, way off. No profits for you. What do? I sell. The majority of it, 75% to be exact. I should make it 80%. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change it to 80%. Let me do that right now. Should not be 75%. I used to have it at 90%. But I was like, that's like way too much. I mean, you know what? 90% sounds right. Let me modify this. What the hell is the hotkeys? Man, I'm going blind. Next, what is this? I need new glasses. What is this? All right. So whenever I press this hotkey, instead of, okay, let me see, where's the sell hotkey? That's the key. Okay, every time I sell, instead of 75%, I'm gonna sell 90%. 90. I'm just gonna leave, 10% hanging in there to see what happens. But no, I'm gonna go 90. That's how I'm gonna do it. 90. Only if I sell. Oh, that was a short. Hold on. I need. Where's the okay, there it is. For longs. Okay. I'm gonna make it 90. Yeah. Screw the 75. 90. So whenever I sell, because it goes against me, I'm selling 90%. I'm keeping only 10% just to see what happens. And if it hits my stop loss, that 10% loss, it's no big deal, right? That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's it. It's in effect. Let me save it here. And bam! It's completely safe. That's it. 90%. All right, we're going to do that. All right, let's test it out. I got to change the thumbnail. I put in there $18 up. That was pre-market, like way earlier. After before NEUP showed up and changed the whole thing for me. Whoa, what are you doing? Opening in the wrong screen. What? Let me open it again. What's going on with Adobe? Let me change it because that's wrong. And I don't want people to think I'm bamboozling them. So I'm changing the thumbnail to the video, to the live feed video. Just to, I'm not accused of bamboozling anybody. Thumbnail. I was up $18 when I put that up. But then, life happens. Trading life happens and bam! That got taken away from me. Let me see something. All right. I think we're good now. We're good. We're good. I believe the thumbnail got fixed. Yes. So cannot be accused of What is it called? Click, bait and click, whatever, click and bait. I don't even know what it's called. But you know what I mean. I want to make sure people get the right information. All right, here we go. Let me put my scanner back up because I had the YouTube thing open. Okay. You know, it's reversing a little bit, but you know, the trend is reversing a little bit, but it's not explosive. It's not massive. It's not kaboom. I need a kaboom. That's what I need. I need a kaboom. You see it. You know what I'm talking about when you see it. I mean, the shark is going to slap you with a kaboom. And that's what you need. That's what I need. I don't know what you need, but I need that. I need that. And I don't see it right now. Right now, I see a struggling volume. You see, the numbers are barely moving. It's not even worth my time looking at it. And you know what? I'm changing this crap. Man, this thing moved up here big time. So, you know, I got to tell you, I log in like a 5. I'm up. I'm early. My man, look, I wake up early. Like at 3:50 in the morning, I'm up. I head to the gym. Here at the house, you know, I have a whole section. It's a whole gym. So I go there, and it's freezing outside. I mean, you see, it might look nice, but man, it's cold. It's so cold. I don't even go outside for it. I mean, I avoid going outside. I avoid going outside. I have things, you know, brought to me. I don't go anywhere. I don't like it. First of all, I mean, you know, I just don't like it. You know, I am actually a homebound body. I love it. I don't need to go anywhere unless I have to. Anyways, my point is, I'm up early in the morning. So at 3:50, I was up. And by the way, I go to sleep like at 11 o'clock at night. I mean, it's not like I don't sleep a lot. Anyways, when I was done, I get here to the office and I turn everything on and I'm looking at the market, whatever. I think I was already live. I'll show you here. It was 5:42 in the morning, right here. GNT8. Man, that thing, I tried to buy it at $6.85. Okay? GNT8. Man, I get a message from the brokers like, hey, we're not messing with that thing. You could try anything you want, but not that. I guess it's like I don't know what's going on. I think it had to do with how it was moving at the moment. But it was like at 5:40 in the morning. It was 685 down here. You see that right here? I wanted to buy like, how many shares was it? Let me see. I got rejected. It says it. Rejected. Buy GNTA 43 shares, 50 shares. I tried first at 50. At 5:42 with 12 seconds. And it says, deny. You're not buying that. We're not allowing you to break, you know, to trade that. I'm like, what? I want to trade it. They're like, nah, you're not going to do it. We're not going to let you do it. I tried my other broker in there, Charles Schwab. I went in there and I was like, deny. I'm like, dude, what's going on? I think it has to do with this, a new stock or something. I don't know. I didn't bother looking into it. I was like, whatever. You know, if they said no, they said no. But like minutes later, literally like 3, 4, 5 minutes later, this thing went up from like $6, whatever. My man, all the way to $40. I was like, oh, man. Oh, wow. No wonder the brokers don't want me to trade it. They're like, nah, you're not trading that. Yeah, because you can easily make money, but you can easily lose money too. And then the broker's on the hook. So especially if you're using margin, they're very careful when it comes to the capital. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to lose it. They're not stupid like most retail traders like us that they're willing to risk more than what they need to. So they just in certain type of stocks, when they're moving a certain way, they'll be like, nah, you're not trading that. Find something else. So anyways, that's what happened, man. I couldn't trade it. I was like, ha. But imagine, I tried. If that order would have gone through, At $5.50, 50 shares, I would have sold it at $40 immediately. $40. Wow. It was 1,000%. But it didn't happen, so here we are. Struggling. Struggling. Yeah, NUEP is just is done. Let's look for something else. Well, I'm not gonna look for anything else. I'm gonna let the market bring it to me. Who am I to look for anything? It should come to me. You can't force a trade. I cannot force a trade. I have to wait for the market to allow me to trade, invite me to trade. It'll be like, Frank, come and trade. I'm like, yes, sir. Hoorah. Let's go. But, you know, if the market is like, hey, go away, yeah, I'll believe it. I'm like, okay, yes, sir. I'm out. Anyways, that's my strategy. Just, you know, going with a small size and let the market prove that my speculation is correct, that I believe I'll be able to take some profits. If it immediately goes against me, I'm just wrong. I was wrong. That's it. You can't argue with the market by staying in the trade. Like, what am I proving? Like, if I go into the trade and immediately goes against me, you know, I'm thinking it's going to go in my favor. It's going to go up. And if I go in and immediately goes against me, like, I'm not making profit, even if I allow it, you know, some leeway. And that's why I sell immediately 90%. And I only now, well, I change it now to 90%, has been 75%. But anyways, I let the 10% to run onto the stop loss. My stop loss is on like 3 or 4% away. You know, the market tells me you run, so I sell immediately. I let the other 10% run just in case the market changes its mind before it hits my stop loss. So two things happen. I confirm what the market is telling me is correct. And two, I minimize my losses by only allowing a smaller amount to hit the stop loss. And that's basically it. Now, you see all the losses. They're, you know, $68. I mean, it's not a big deal. You know, $68, it's not huge. But it allows me to stick around and wait until the right trade comes up. And for now, I'm just, you know, I'm just talking here a lot, waiting for the news at 8 o'clock and see if something comes up where, you know, it will be fun. We'll see. We'll find out. Oh, sunrise already, huh? Nice. All right. It's beautiful outside. It's just way too cold for me. Woo! Way too cold. Way too cold for me, man. Way too cold. Last night was official. Last night, first day I turned 2 wood stoves in my house on each floor. Had to turn them on. Had to. Woo! You know, I have heat pumps through my house. I have two large heat pumps. Man, but those heat pumps, when it drops below, when the weather drops below 40s, they struggle. I mean, I don't know if they struggle. They just, I guess it takes a little longer to warm the house up. You know what I mean? Like, I was reading one of the pamphlets for the heat pumps Carrier, and it says that they're good until like 18-degree weather outside. I was like, 18-degree Fahrenheit? Where do you get heat from that? I mean, what? That's like below freezing point. It's not happening. So I usually turn the wood stoves once it hits below 40, just to make sure that we stay warm instead of relying on some technology that, you know, might not be all there. All right, so 4 more minutes until 8 o'clock. Just waiting to see what happens. If you guys have any questions, please do reach out. And if you can for me, man, I'll appreciate it if you smash that like. Just back it. Just back it. Like it. If you don't like it, then fine. That's cool too. Even if you don't like it, man, just smash that like. I mean, what do you lose? I'm just joking. Do as you wish. I don't care so much about YouTube thing. I just want to show people how I trade. That's it. I don't care about this. All right, listen, by 10 o'clock, 10:30, if there's nothing good working out, I'm just going to walk away and we're done. We're done for the day. We'll see. 3 more minutes until 8 o'clock. Hopefully something good comes out and I could scale in dynamically and try to take some Benjamins from the market. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Tomorrow will be another. I mean, tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow's Saturday, right? What? Let me look at my phone. Wait a second. I don't believe myself. It is. It will be. Wow. Man, that week went by quick. Anyways. Well, there'll be Monday then. Hopefully it's not a holiday, right? It's not? I don't think so. We're in October. There's no more holidays until like November, right? Yeah. Yeah, Halloween's not considered a holiday, but it would be nice. But no. Nah, it's not considered a holiday because people want to dress up for work. I don't know why. All right, 2 more minutes for 8 o'clock news. See if there's any breaking news where I can hammer the market or get slammed by the market. One of the two things are going to happen. But again, if I go in with a small amount of shares and I only scale in as the market is telling me my speculation was correct, we'll be fine as long as I lose on time. I mean, I cut it off on time. So we shall see. 1 more minute, 8 o'clock coming up. Now, even if there's some news and some stock is moving or whatever, I'm looking, since I'm a momentum trader, I'm looking at my criteria to be able to trade that stock. First of all, like I mentioned earlier, I need force. I need power. You see the power, what I'm talking about. You'll see it. When you see that power, I'm riding with that power. Power. I have to ride it with it. It's like a big old choo-choo train, just jump on it. If you need to go from point A to point B, ride the train. It's powerful. Even if a car gets in the middle, the train's going to continue. It's just going to destroy that. You know what I mean? Like, that type of strength is what I need. So I don't see it happening now. So INDO. GNLN. Q. No, that's GNLN, not Q. What's the news on that? Statement of ownership. Let's look it up. GNLN. Scanners are going crazy. Yeah, I see that. All right, like I said, we scale in. When the moment is correct. The shares are not there yet for me. I mean, the volume is not there for me yet. It's very choppy. 100 million private placement. Okay. Okay, so I went in right now, small size. Okay. It went against me, so sold 75%, added more. So 95%. Let's see what happens. 458 is my entry. I'm gonna leave it some room to move. I mean, it's not even a million in volume yet, so I'm just gonna give it a few. This is one of the human factors computers cannot do. That's why it's so difficult to program trading computers. Right, 90% sold. Just waiting. Okay. $372, 76, 81, 78, 81. So 90%. So hard to borrow? Yes, it is. Okay, I bought in right now. Entry is 371. Okay, sold. Okay, now. Entry is 370. Okay, climbing back out, 395, 390. If it breaks 4, I'll add more. I went back to 70, selling 90%. Went in again. Entry is 378. Okay. 378 is at 382. Back to 386. 390. I'm just waiting to see if it breaks 4. $381. $385. $394. All right, I'm just waiting to see if it breaks 4. If it breaks 4, I'll add more as it climbs. But only if it sustains the price of $4, higher than $4. We're at 396, back to 94, 91. All right, 395. 4. Let's see if it sustains the price. I'm just waiting. See if it makes it to like 410 or on there. You know, sustained basis. I guess, more than 2 minutes. You see, back to 396. So it's worth waiting. I mean, it involves real money, so gotta make the right decision or I'll lose it. Okay, 4-1, 4. Let's see how long it can sustain this. 4-4, 05, back to 01. All right, back to 390s. So it's not sustaining for a long time above 4. So that should be a sign. I'm gonna start selling some of it now. I'm just gonna sell the whole thing right now. Okay, it's just not sustaining above 4. Had I bought immediately when it hit 4, I would have lost money. So I just had to do the mic. All right, well, that goes that. It's barely moving, so All right, just waiting. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Let me see anything else comes up with news. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing else. PRZO, no. NRXS. Well, that's down for the day, no? I know he's up. You see the float, not bad. It has news. GNTA. Well, I thought that's the one that it's not many brokers are offering that. All right, I just have to wait for more, you know, something else comes up with news. I made mistakes anyways on the last trade. Anything below this right here, anything below half of this huge candle here is the backside. I should have not traded. NRX. Let me go to that one. NRXS. I mean, it's in the backside right now, so. No. I mean, there's definitely volume and moving, and it's definitely moving. It's just on the backside of the trade now. So just have to wait for if there's a good, powerful reversal. Okay. It looks like one is developing right now. Let me see. I need some sustained power. Oh. Nah. Not powerful enough. NUEP again. Whoa, NUEP. Where are you going without me? Where are you going? NUEP. No, it's going down right now. Hold on. 550, 549, 548. Okay, I'm in. It should be 550, 551. Okay. Okay, I see some topping tails there. Oh, that's power. Oh, that's power. Interesting. Oh, I need to pay myself. So I sold a few because it was heading downward. I'll be out soon if it goes below my entry. Okay, I'm out. I have to wait until the right opportunity comes in. And it might be right now. $5.58, 59, 63. Let's see if we can get above 570 for a sustained period of time. Ah, it's not happening. I'm out. It's just not happening. Yeah. Not powerful enough. I mean, it's moving, but it's not what I need. I need power. Okay, now it wants to move. Okay, I mean, $5.67 is my entry. All right, I sold 90%. Just gonna let those shares see if it hits my stop loss. I should say stop loss marking, right? Because it's pre-market, so there's really no stop loss. But the system is telling me what it would be if it was regular market. It's right here. It's this red little triangle. Man. Let me right. Oh, definitely the backside here, so we're done with that. I think in the prior trade, the biggest mistake in GNLN, let me go back to it, is even entertaining anything below this huge candle here that went from 360, 358 to 508. The 50% ratio right here. Anything below 414, I should have not traded. So I need to annotate that here. I need to annotate it here to make sure that I review the replays later to ensure that it never happens again. GNLN, third stock that I traded. And the time was around 8:02. 802. So by writing down the mistakes as I do it, that violates my rules. I'll be look at any UP. This wow, it just decided to move right now. Okay, hold on a second. That's the power I'm talking about. Okay, this is the power. Okay, so 579. Let me put this to the side. This is the train. Choo choo. All aboard. Wait, you're waiting. Yep. Can't leave without me. Give me a few more. Okay. I added more here. 588. It's a 6. Let's see if it sustains above 6. There you go. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Make sure it stays above 6. Okay, went back. So I saw 90%. Now I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if it sustains the price. Okay, I had it. 601 is the entry. Okay, sustaining a little bit above 6. So it hasn't gone back to the 590s yet. There you go. I added some more. There you go. I added more. I sold everything. Okay, that's it. Let's see if it sustains a little bit more. Small size again. It's on the, okay, now. Small size. Okay. 688 is the entry. Okay. I'm about to sell 90% unless it hits 660 again. I did sell 90%. I'm leaving only 10% in there. See if it decides to turn back up. If not, I'll be selling everything. Okay, it's turning back up a little bit. I'm out. Okay, you see that? That's the power I was telling you about. That's the power move that I was mentioning. That's the train. That's the choo-choo train I was waiting for, right? So that was a quick 50 bucks, 48 bucks, whatever. Okay, so that's the key for me. Everybody has their own strategy. I want the choo-choo train. I wanna get on that train. Choo-choo, you know, all aboard. That's what I need. Okay, so it looks like it might be climbing back up, but it's still going down. Now, did you see how many times I bought in with a small amount all the way up? Okay. And then I just started selling immediately. Okay, back again. Let me see. Not yet. Not yet. I'm waiting for the right volume. Okay, it's reversing a little bit. It's pulled back. All right, I'm just gonna wait. See when the volume decides to come back. I mean the volume to the upside. But for now, it's not here. So that type of explosive move is exactly what I trade, what I want to see. And I'd rather wait until I see that. There's no point of risking money when I don't foresee that type of play ahead. Okay, so maybe now. Wait, not yet. No. Okay, I'm in at 6:30. Okay, didn't go in my favor immediately, so I'm about to sell 90%, but it's changing back up. Okay, sold 90%. Unless this candle I'm in right now, it shows me explosive sign above 650. I'm not even adding anymore. I'm just gonna wait. All right, I'm out. It began to decrease a little bit. Just waiting. Okay, I think this is my train. $6.34 is the entry. Okay, so 90%. It's not working out. All right. I mean, it would be nice if the movement would have continued even higher, but the reality is that doesn't happen that often. You know, like that's not something that happens very often. It happens, just not constantly. You see better movements of like 15 cents, 40 cents and stuff like that, but dollars? That's not normal. It's not common, like, you know, all the trades or most trades in a day. So basically, I mean, that's it. I mean, you saw the power movement here. This was it. This was the right. Everything else is just, that's it. It's rubbish. It's done. Everything after that is just done and over with. Let me write down what I was writing earlier about the mistake I made earlier. Now, for me to trade this back in again, I have to see like a major reversal on the way up from volume standpoint. Breaking the trend, you know what I mean? Like completely destroying the trend up to now. I'm just not seeing it right now. Oh, I see it climbing back up a little bit. But not the same level of power, kaboom. That wasn't it. So where was I? GNLN, third trade, 8:02 in the morning. What's the mistake I made there? Not GNL, it's QLGN, right? No, GNLN. It's two different ones. 8:02, I traded below half. Okay. took long on the long side trades when the trend was downward. Below the gigantic candle. All right, so I got all the mistakes here made in real time. The first trade was VIOT. I traded a backside at 6:40 in the morning, and I broke the rule that says I cannot trade the backside of the move, right? And the reason I have this rule is data from prior experience in trading has shown me that every time I trade the backside of the move, trying to predict somehow that it's going to turn back to my favor, I always lose money, have always lost money. So if that has always been the majority of the results, oh, if I repeat it, I'm just an idiot, right? So I cannot do it. I cannot do it. And by writing the mistakes in real time ensures that I keep it here at all times, right? So that was the first mistake. The second mistake, when I traded NEVP at 7:03 in the morning, I traded the backside again when I should have not held below my entry. Stupid, completely stupid. And those are the mistakes that cause us to lose money. So I pay for a replay service from Dash Trading. So I'm gonna go back later, off live, whatever. I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna go through everything to ensure those mistakes are not made ever again. But even after so many years of doing it, we still make it. You know, it's a human factor that is hard to overcome in real time when everything's kicking in. And the third mistake, in GNLN at 8:02 in the morning, I took a long trade. I traded toward the long side, right? Thinking my speculation was it's going to go higher, when in reality, it was not. But the mistake was that I was trading it on the long side when the move was downward, below 50% of the initial gigantic volume. And that's a huge sign. Okay, now I'm in 601. And technically it's on the back side, but I did see movement of the volume as a reversal. So I'll give it a few minutes, a few seconds, I guess. The candle's about to end in 16 seconds, so my entry was a 601. It's 598, 599 on the ask. Okay, dropping to 594, selling 90%. All right, I'm out. That's all she wrote. That's it. My speculation was wrong, right? For a split minute, based on the volume I'm seeing, this candle, I thought it would have been spiked back up with power, but it just, the volume stopped. It didn't continue. So it is what it is. Now, is that considered the backside of the move? Yeah. Yes. if I'm looking at this big move here that was profitable, technically everything behind it would be the backside. But these two intervening green candles here, especially on the second one that I went in, was based on my speculation that it seemed to be reversing from this low down here. The trend seemed to be reversing. And I saw the spike of volume in here. There was a lot of volume and the price wasn't declining at that moment. It declined right after and I sold immediately. But again, I guess one way of looking at it is ideally, instead of going with immediate short burst of volume and price increase that led to this candle and my entry here, I should have waited probably until a huge candle like this showed up and then enter on the break here to go higher. When it's happening in real time, clearly. Here we see it, after the fact. But in real time, this immediate break here with a spike back up, that would have been a perfect entry for me. Because think about it, $6 to $6.67. If you spike up the amount of shares there, that's profit. But right now, we're definitely going on the downside. That's the downtrend. Trying to foresee a reversal here without a green candle is the most stupid thing I could do. Okay, let me go back to... Let's see if there's another explosive upside candle here. So anyways, those are the mistakes made so far this morning in pre-market. But there's one good thing I have done so far this morning that I have to emphasize and I have to recognize. As a matter of fact, I'm going to underline it here. Okay? I'm about to tell you what it is. I wrote it down. I'm not kidding. Like, everything is written. All right? It's my book of trades. All right? Anyways, the good thing I've done so far this morning is, and I wrote it down, good job in trading only small percentage of the account. Small, tiny percentage. As a matter of fact, I think it's only 1% of the account or 2% of the buying power. It's tiny, right? And even then, that's $100 less, right? But we took a lot of trades so far. 3 stocks. Okay. But it is what it is. I mean, by using a smaller chance. Okay, this thing is climbing back up now. Oh, that's power. Okay, reversal now. 595, 594, 93, 94. Okay, I'm in. A 601. Okay. It's very choppy. So very choppy. It goes like to 601 back to 590. I mean, that's very choppy. The high of the pre-market has been 694, so I have to be cognizant of that. Let's say if it maintains in the range of from 590 to 6. Let's see if we see some power, explosive power to the upside, not downside. Listen to me. Not the downside, upside. Okay? I'm about to sell 90% real quick. Unless it starts showing me something. $597, $598. Okay, about to sell 90%. If it gets into the 580s, I'm definitely selling 90%. I'm just allowing it to at least 10 cents to move around. Because that's what stocks do, they move. Okay? But anything more than 10 cents, I'm on the losing side. Okay, so 90%. For now, I'm just waiting. See if he hits the stop loss. If he reverses, then I'll buy in again. And if it hits 578, for sure, I'm out completely. It's 8:45, so let's see what happens at 9 o'clock. If there's any news, now we just wait until market open and see what we could find there. So far, you know, that's it. That's what we got. You know, some days you get some good trades, some days you don't. But as long as you follow your rules, I follow the rules and I recognize my mistakes and don't overtrade or don't expose too much capital to the market, things should work out in the long run. Okay. Back to 590. It hasn't hit 578 yet, so I'm still holding it for that. Not for that, but I mean, you know, if it hasn't hit yet. Now it did, and I'm out. Let me see. Did I make any mistakes here I need to recognize? I'm thinking I need to open the rule. Man, this thing is moving again. Wait a second. Okay, I'm in. 597 this time. If it gets to about 620, all that. let me leave this book here while I'm thinking if there are any mistakes I made. I'm gonna go down the rules and see. But for now, let me concentrate on the trade. See if the right opportunity comes up. To remove some profits off the market. By 91, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, back to 95, 94. Very choppy. All right, show me some power. Power. I need the power. Okay, this thing is... Man, I gotta get a chapstick. My lips are... Man, it's so cold outside. I don't even think about it. I have to buy a house in Puerto Rico. Just for the winter. All right, here. I'm 605. $6.10. $6.11, $6.12, $14, $17. Back to 605, 603. Let's see if it sustains the price above that. If not, I'm out. If it crosses below 6 again, I'm selling 90%. Sold 90%. It didn't cross 6 though. The moment it touched 6, I sold 90%. It's very choppy. Is it ADVM? Looking at the scanners here. PRZO. It's under $2. I'm not sure I want that. So I already had sold 90%. These are the remaining 10%. Where's my stop loss? Hold on a second. 588. What? Huge mistake. Huge mistake. Why am I holding that? Oh, you guys didn't tell me. Oh, I was looking at the scanners. This thing dropped below 588. 588 was my stop loss. I let 10% go below the stop loss. Huge mistake on my part. How am I going to ignore that? All right, another mistake here on G and NEUP. Second mistake on that one. NEUP. Second mistake. Overlooking stop loss. For eating crab. The stop loss was a 588. But it was only the remaining 10%, so. Because I already had sold the majority of the shares up here at 5 or 6 something. So it was only a small amount of, but that small amount was $7, $7.76. And you know, I don't know about you, but $7.76 is real money. Excuse me. Wow. So where does the account stands now? We're down $138, $140, right? And this small account challenge restarted. All right, we're just gonna wait until I find the explosive momentum power move that I need to make money. For now, we're just hanging out. See what happens. Hey, if you don't mind, please smash that like. And if you do mind, still smash that like. Like that we could build this community and get more people involved so they could learn how, they could see how I trade, and maybe they take the positive and walk away with the negative. And by the way, I'm not joking. As I go, right? We'll write the mistakes down. Write them down. You keep them here and you react immediately. It's just, livelihood is money, is everything. This IMBX stock, I saw it moving, but the thing is, it's too much money for the small account. Like, not doing it. It's too much risk. If it was a regular account, yeah, whatever. But small account, can't do it. I cannot do it. Maybe you can, but I cannot. It's too much risk. ADVM. Yeah, well, it's too late on that one. Let me look at it. Yeah. I'll have to see an explosive move. I'm gonna look at the weather channel thing. Man, it's freezing. Yikes. What's the news for ADVM? Let me see. Okay, so they're gonna buy a company at $12.47 a share. Okay, good for them. All right, we're just waiting. 9 o'clock. See if anything else comes up. So far, nothing. Let me see, nothing else coming up. All right, guys, we're just waiting. I'm just waiting. See if anything else comes up. So far, nothing. Freeze warning. Yes, I know. It's freezing. All right, 9:03. Nothing new. Man, it's a good move, but it's so expensive. It's very expensive. And look at that spread. It's like, it's too much risk. It's too much risk for a small account. Yeah, it's not tradable. Let me try my other. IMBX. Oh, it wasn't IMBX. It was GNTA. GNTA. It's pre-market. Man, I'll have to buy like at $13 if it continues like that. Oh, I did get fill. I think I don't know what happened earlier at 5 something in the morning. Maybe it was too early. Weird. We'll see what happens. NUI. NUIA. Let's look it up. NUAI. Okay. Volume almost 1 million. The flow, nah. Let's see the news. There's no news. I'm not trading that. Without news? It's very we're just waiting. I mean, that's it. That's all I can do is just wait. Just waiting. See if anything else comes up. QLGN. No. Z, no, best ZOOZ. Let me take a look. No. I think any NEUP might be. We'll see. We'll see what happens at 9:30. All right, I'm gonna go in with a small size, a small position here. I'm gonna give it a few seconds and see something first. Not yet. It's not there yet. It's not cooking yet. Not there yet. They're cleaning the train, you know. I'm waiting for the choo-choo train to get ready. It's not there yet. I think they're refueling right now. Adding coal to it. It's an old engine. Again, we're going to continue the same thing, just small size in, see what the market says. And then if the market confirms my speculation that it will go higher, that's the reason why I will jump in. Then we add more to it and continue to increase the stop loss as it moves up. But definitely it's not moving up right now. So we just wait, you know. And again, I mean, look, in real time, gotta write the mistakes down, you know, gotta write them down. Gotta write them down in real time. As a matter of fact, let me look for the rules. Make sure they review. Wait a second. Wait. Okay, I went in real quick, took a small position. 587 is my entry. If it breaks 6 and sustains the price level of 6 or higher, then I'll add more. If it declines on me, I'll sell 90%. So 585 right now, 584. So it did decline. I sold 90%. I'm gonna leave those six chairs in there. All right. Come on, show me some explosiveness on power. If not, I'm selling this thing right now. I'm out. Not even thinking about it. We're just waiting. I mean, just waiting. Like, there's nothing right now. You know, selling the trade when it goes against you has to become like a habit. A definition more like a redundant set of automatic, unconscious thoughts, behavior, and emotions, which are acquired through repetition. So if you get into the habit of always selling when it goes against you, it becomes routine, it becomes normal. You're not gonna have an emotional outburst out of it. And you have to recognize that when it goes against you, it's the market telling you you are wrong. You got in at the wrong time. You should be able to get in and see profits immediately. If you don't, you're wrong. Pay the small price tuition, which is your stop loss level. I use something even less expensive than the stop loss of 3%. What I do is I try when I go in and it doesn't go in my favor, meaning that my speculation is wrong, I will immediately sell 90% of it, leave the other 10% to hit the stop loss. Like that, I allow the stock to move around. If it starts climbing back up, then I could always buy in more. If it starts to about to hit the stop loss, I just sell it. But at least it's only 10% of the original position. 90% is gone the moment it goes against me. It just means I got in at the wrong time. That's it. That's it. I was wrong. No big deal. But by selling immediately 90%, I minimize the losses immediately. And only if it goes in my favor is that I keep it, you know? And if you do it all the time, it becomes a habit. Look, oh man, look right now. Look at this. Okay, small size. Okay, see my favor right now? Right? I got in at 596. It's a 605. Okay, I'm adding more. Okay. I sold 90% already. Okay, I bought in again. 622. If it hit 640, a lot more. Okay, I sold 90%. It was turning. $634. I made a $634. Sold 90%. It was turning against me, so I sold more. But just wait until the power comes right back, because it's not here now. It's going down. Okay, now 636, small size. Okay, it went against me, so I sold 90%. Okay. It's pulling back. It's pulling back. Okay, I'm in. 633. I sell 50%. Okay, 637. Okay. I still have 62 shares in there after selling. I sold 90%. I'm just waiting to see if more power and volume comes back with a price increase. It doesn't sustain the increases for very long. $637 is my entry. I only have 7 shares. I sold the majority of everything already. Okay, I went in again, 631. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. If it doesn't go in my favor, I'm selling 90% immediately. Okay, so 90%. Looking at my scanners. My entry's at 631. The time is 9:28, so the market's about to open. I don't want to get caught with a lot of shares when the market opens, so I'm probably going to sell 90% of it very soon. Unless there's an immediate spike, I'm selling 90% soon. I don't see a spike. There's a spike right now. All right, let's see. I usually don't hold when the market is about to open, but this thing is a little powerful. So okay, you hit the stop loss. $642 is the entry. Okay. All right, got flushed twice. That's a hint. Just wait for the power. If it comes. Well, this is power right here. It is not. I'm out. Okay, now 625. Okay, 628, 634. Back to the 20s. It's very choppy. All right, that's third time strike. We just wait. That's the backside. XFOR. XFOR. What's the news? Okay. For 28 is the limit up, so it's about to get halted. And UEP. The thing about NUEP is just very, very choppy. What happened there? My stop loss hit? Wow. Talking about shopping, huh? So it made 24 bucks and then lost 28. Split of a second. How is that? Oh, because I bought more shares and I immediately sold it. But then it declined immediately. Okay, small amount. 647 is the entry. It's not sustaining it. All right. Well, some quick trades that I'll explain in a minute. I'm waiting to see if he breaks 7, if he gets close to it. Pull back. It's very choppy to go full size or to go heavy. And go a small amount. 691. The high of the day is 713. Limit up is a 734. $722. Limit up 742. Okay, let's see. 726. 728, 730. All right, sold 90%. It's refusing to get into the 730, so to me that was a sign. We just wait. Okay, I'm in. 731. Okay, I was wrong there and it got flush. Seven six is the limit up. $709, no, $713, $706. $710, $715. $28, $740. Okay. $775 is limit up. Limit up is a 783, right? 783. Okay, so I took 90% off on the decline. And that's it. All right. Just have to wait and see if the right move shows up. I don't know if the sun is too bright. Okay, now I'm in 735. Okay, I sold. So 44 entry. Okay. Definitely didn't trade the right size. Okay. Okay. It's about to get limit up. So I cut back due to that. Limit up is at 830, so we're too close to it. I will have to wait until it pulls back a little bit. It's halted now.